Breaking news, it's LEGO Insiders Weekend, so you can enjoy some more sets at some discounted as well as points to be given. Rumors of 2 Lord of the Rings sets and F1 partnership is to be revealed. That and much more on this week's Breaking News. Today's episode is brought to you by Back to Brickware, my newest venture into the AFL merchandise. The ultimate LEGO-inspired clothing line that's not just fashionable, but also celebrates the very foundation of the LEGO system we all know and love. Imagine minimalist designs that seamlessly blend style and nostalgia. Back to Brickware brings you high-quality apparel inspired by the iconic LEGO bricks we know and love. Each piece is crafted with precision and attention to detail, making it a must-have for any LEGO enthusiast. These aren't just your average threads. We're talking about minimalist designs that don't scream at you, but just show your nerddom in a classy way. And of course, they're inspired by designs found in the LEGO system. And you know what screams quality? Embroidery. Almost every piece is stitched with love, featuring those iconic LEGO elements. It's like wearing your childhood memories, but making them fashionable. So whether you're a hardcore AFL or just want to rock some seriously cool gear, check out the Back to Brickware page on Etsy. Dive into the collection, embrace the LEGO spirit, and let's make some memories together. Back to Brickware, where the style meets nostalgia. Head over to the Back to Brick Etsy page and let the fashion adventure begin. Happy building, my friends.
Lego.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome
Breaking
back
news.
to Back to Brick. I'm your host, Garrett, and this is the podcast where we talk with fellow AFLs about their LEGO designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things LEGO's been up to for the past week. Thank you all for tuning into the podcast. Make sure you subscribe to this, as well as go over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. I'm almost at 3,000 followers, so I would love to have this by Christmas as a Christmas gift, which would be super awesome to achieve that after just over a year of going through the channel. I've been coming up with a lot of large projects, but still trying to put out as much of the news as possible. And I also want to thank my patrons over at the Patreon channel, as I always do. They're always huge supporters and really help the brand continue to build. I want to thank Belfont Brick Studio, Jimmy Tucker, Ryan S., David, Matthew Vander Bogard, Paul Snellen, Lee Jackson, Pops Block Shop, and Colin Burst. Thank you so much. Really appreciate all the help that you do for this podcast. Admin side, just continuing to do builds, have some ideas for the Bricklink Designer Program, the next series, since I didn't get in this one, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Other than that, not much else going on. Just getting ready for the holiday season because it's going to be crazy. And coming up on the last month for the Brick by Brick Challenge, where I'm building the 1999 limited edition Batmobile set. So that's going to be a fun and creating over 366 videos for this build. Can't believe I had the patience to do it, and I'm just so excited to, be done with it and have some other time to move on to some other projects that I've been working towards. All right, that's it for your admin. We're going to be doing our set review. Today's set is the McLaren MP4 for Ayrton Senna set 10330, and then our Brickable is by NV Carmox, the One for the Road bundle from the final of the Grand Tour cars. So that'll be our set reviews, so you can check that out at the end of the episode. All right, let's get into our first breaking news story. LEGO's having a sweepstakes to have your own private Christmas party at a LEGO store. They're teaming up with the comedian Rob Beckett to offer a celebration for a Brickmas party where you can go to your local LEGO store and have a wonderful, fun event for the Christmas time. Now, it includes up to 9 guests that you can bring with you. There will be a Cataclaws hunt, some painting, a Beat the Store Associates Challenge, and of course, some Christmas goodie bags. Now, the comedian Rob Beckett is from England, so I'm guessing this is pretty much just for the UK brand. It's not specifically called out. Wish it was in the United States, but it looks like it's just going to be exclusive for that. So you can head over to LEGO or search for the sweepstakes and throw your name in, and maybe you and 9 friends can go enjoy a party at your local LEGO store. LEGO's launching a clothing line for this holiday season. It's only in UK and Europe at this time. Not sure why they continue to leave out the United States for these clothing offers. It's 23 euros to 50 euros for some of these. Some include some of the classic shirts and sweatshirts, not only for adults but kids as well. Not only for kids but adults as well. The holiday ones, they've got some onesies, even for parents, of the wreath and Santa Claus, and then Dear Santa with the minifigure Santa on it. Then another sweatshirt which has a snowman, reindeer, and the Nutcracker minifigures. And then classic space shirts. These are all really fun, and I love that they're doing some apparel. Hopefully, this is just a test also in the UK and Europe, where we'll finally get some in the United States sometime soon. New rumor for a collectible minifigure series. We'll be talking about the latest one coming out, but a new rumor is that we're going to get a Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, or just the Spider-Verse, I guess it's called, where we're going to get 12 minifigures that'll be from the past and newest film coming out. It's not likely to come out till September timeframe next year, so don't get your hopes up of seeing this for a while, but there's going to be some probably really cool minifigures such as, of course, Miles Morales, Miguel O'Hara, Gwen Stacy, and Penny Parker would be a pretty fun one. Spot may be a cool one. So there's definitely some potential for some really cool minifigures in this collectible series. LEGO Ideas has selected their newest set to be produced from LEGO Ideas, and it's only one out of 48. I think that that's not the best ratio for a lot of these. And there's been some great ones like Interstellar, Shrek, the Planetary, just a lot of them. But the one they chose is the Minerals display, which little bitter about because I came up with an Amethyst Geode a long time ago. It did get 10,000, but was not selected. That was the last round. In this round, they've selected a Geode now, or they've selected this Minerals because there's multiple minifigures such as Pyrite, Emerald, Amethyst, or it's just a Geode. It's not Amethyst. It's not purple. But it is an interesting selection just because I think that it's a divided amount of people like it compared to some of the other builds that they've had. And it's funny to have a Lego set that's going to be on a shelf that is also going to be placed on your shelf. Not likely to see this for at least a year, but definitely a fun set to have for people who are big geology and rock junkies. There's a rumor that we're getting a mini Encanto House, similar to what we saw in the castles that they've been doing a lot of. Now, the house has become extremely popular, especially because the movie is extremely popular, but we might not get exactly what we're thinking. It could be more along the lines of a Friends line where they've done Moana's little house area and some other smaller sets more along the Friends line instead of having it for these castle series. I hope that's not the case, but things are always in flux, and we'll have to see that probably sometime early next year. LEGO is offering a new gift with purchase. Not sure when it'll come out yet, but it is a space minifigures tic-tac-toe where you get some white minifigures and orange minifigures that are on a tic-tac-toe board. And it's not like super impressive. You do get a ton of minifigures though. 6 minifigures is a lot for something like this. And if you're a classic space and if you don't have the white, which most people I think do, and orange I think is a little more rare to have, will be a gift with purchase, I'm guessing, beginning of next year. LEGO Insider Weekend. All right, this is the breakdown we've all been looking forward to. This is the weekend before Black Friday, as there's Black Friday deals. That'll be interesting, but there's also a way for LEGO to get you to the store a week early. There's going to be a bunch of discounts on LEGO sets. They haven't revealed specific ones yet, but likely to see some of the ones that haven't sold as well. The Hulkbuster, maybe some Ultimate Collectors, which they've done in the past before. But double insider points will be coming. If you spend $50, that's 650 inside points. That's worth about $5. And it works up in $50 increments. To $200 is 2,600 points. About $20 in points, and then spending over $200, well, it's just going to continue to do increments of more and more points from there. A gift with purchase of $250 or more, you're going to get a retro record player. And it has a spinning disc that you can move around. It's got the needle drop and a dust cover that goes along with it. Now, people have said that it's a nice build, but it's not really that retro. It's got some more unique designs that we see in current record players instead of some of the classic ones. If you spend $170 or more, you're going to get a winter holiday train. This train is a little bit bigger than what you think of some of the other gifts with purchase that they've done in the past. It has a really cool used flag pieces in the front as like a plow, the old school steam engine, and then we've got presents that they're only a couple colors, white, turquoise, and like a foam green color to it. If you spend $65 or more on City, Dreams, Duplo, Friends, or Ninjago, you're going to get a holiday crafting set. This I love because it's a whole combination of different things that you can use, such as cards, postcards, these fun, I don't know what you call them. It's more in the UK that they have these for Christmas, where pull apart, you pull together and it pops out in the middle, and the box to go along with it. That's pretty fun. There's a inside reward center, the Barracuda Seas. It's the ship that we talked about, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago at 2,400 insiders points. There will be an insiders points sweepstakes where you can win 1 million insiders points. There's going to be 100-point rewards. This is going to be daily selections from November 23rd through December 2nd. What they've shown is that there's a pencil case, which I think is really cool. Definitely something that I would like to get. It's in a triangular form with the different graphic depictions of hearts, some wedge pieces, some 2x2 plates, and so on. Likely to see more of these since they're going to be doing different daily ones. You'll win Reward Center, like the lunchbox that they had and the cassette player. And then there's a holiday bauble, which I don't like the word bauble. It's kind of weird. It's also a fun word to say, but it's more of an ornament at 1,800 insiders points. And they haven't had an ornament they had an ornament for sale, but this is just a metal bauble that you can put on your Christmas tree or Lego tree. So that's your recap for the Insiders Weekend. So get ready to spend some cash. Bricklink Designer Program Series 6 finalists have been selected. There's a total of 5 for this series, as they've done for all of them, and we're not likely to see these until October of next year, but here's the rundown of them. There's the Off-Road Adventure, which has a, similar to, I'd say like a Toyota, I always forget the name of it, but like an old school like venture vehicle in a wooded area with a guy fishing and a tent. The Art Factory, which is a 3-level build, not a modular because they're not allowed to do that anymore, but it's got different features such as an art gallery and music area. The Goldmine Expedition, which has 3 different levels to it, as well as a kind of lift as they're using that to mine and then process the ore into gold. Outlaw Forest Den, this is another castle-like thing that, you know how I feel about castles, that has a watchtower primarily focused on the Wolf's Den, theme that came out in the Castle series. And then my favorite actually is the Sequoia Tree Trail. This has a small cabin to it with sequoia trees that, if you don't know or haven't seen a sequoia, the trunks are extremely thick that go hundreds of feet tall, the tallest trees in the world, with a few minifigures and a grassy area. And these are all really well done. Mine was not selected again, but I have some preparations for some others that'll be coming for the January Series 7 next of the Bricklink Designer Program. Ninjago is going to be doing their next direct-to-consumer set. This looks to be about $250. It's called Crossroads. Not really sure exactly what it'll feature, but it's going to be probably a conglomeration of different buildings and stacked on top of each other. There's more of a market feel, I think, to this. They did the market the last one or 2-3 times ago. That this one will be in addition to those larger scale ones that we've seen. This will be part of the larger scale ones to build your Ninjago City out of. Lego is getting a Star Wars The Exhibition, a Galaxy First. It's opening on May 4th, 2025 in the Melbourne Museum. And the Melbourne Museum has today announced that will be the home of the Lego Star Wars exhibit, a Galaxy First exhibit that brings the beloved Star Wars galaxy to life through Lego bricks, with brainchild Ryan Brickmaster McKnight at the controls. So for all Lego fans of Star Wars, there's going to be a ton of Lego Star Wars builds, a Millennium Falcon and X-Wing, buildable Luke and Darth Vader fighting in a full-scale form, and so many other really cool builds. Minister of Tourism said that we're bringing a Lego Galaxy into Melbourne. This is an experience that will captivate fans of all ages and celebrate creativity on an unprecedented scale. I'm excited to see this in the images from it. I don't think I'll be traveling to Australia anytime soon unless I make a shit ton of money from back to Brick to buy a ticket there and just go have fun and maybe see a couple of my Lego friends out there. But definitely a cool exhibit that will be running through 2025. On the 35th celebration of World Children's Day, LEGO has been partnering with the Beijing Dongyi Children's Poverty Alleviation Center, launching the Play to Expand the World themed exhibit at the Danish Cultural Center in Beijing. This event will feature children's photos and playful interactions, emphasizing the importance of protecting and developing child's rights as they continue to expand over the 4.7 million children across the country with this fun exhibit where you can build different things. They focus on their heart sculpture that they've done for the Build to Give campaign that they do every Christmas. And it says, we're pleased to work with multiple partners to enable more Chinese children to grow and develop through high quality and creative Lego play experiences. The director of social responsibility at Lego China and the Lego Group. In the future, we will continue to create opportunities for more children in China to learn and thrive through play. I hope they continue to expand this into other areas. They've done one, I believe, in New York was the art gallery. That is more like an adult style, but there's still, of course, children's activities. But this is a continue of their goal for expansion to play. And definitely in a large market like China will be a great addition to their scope of influence in the country. LEGO Icons has revealed their Fountain Garden Set 10359. This set is going to be $100 at 1,302 pieces and release on January 1st. Now, it was previously, and I don't know if it still is, called a Spanish garden. It's got a centralized fountain with some of the architectural, pillars or posts and the terracotta roof to it. A couple different trees, such as cypress tree, a couple bushes, and the tiled pavements to walk into the garden. Honestly, way too expensive. Not something that I really enjoy. I think that they just kind of stretched to do another garden style like they did for the Chinese or Japanese garden. So yeah, especially at this price and just not what I expect to have something on display for myself. Some people might like it, just not me. LEGO Black Friday deals are already starting all across Target, Walmart, Amazon. There are 3 over at Amazon that I'll point you to: the Parrots of Paradise, the Chewbacca set, and I believe an F1 set, which there will be links in the description, with ranging from 20 to 30% off, which is a great deal for LEGO as, well, there's continued discounts over this next week or two that I think you might be interested in purchasing some of them. So I'll be calling a lot of that out, and most of the LEGO community will as well. LEGO Horizon is getting their next LEGO set. With the release of the Horizon Adventures video game, they have showed and released their latest one, which will be Alloy and Varel versus the Shellwalker and Sawtooth. This is 2 creatures. One looks like a giant crab style with a large pack on its back and a shield kind of arm piece. And the other is the Sawtooth, similar to like a saber tooth, but it uses grinding in its mouth area to get different pieces off other creatures. And the 2 minifigures. And it comes out, unfortunately, on April 1st. It's going to be $45 and definitely has some playability to it at 768 pieces. With this expansion, I really hope that means that we're going to get a Thunderjaw, which is their T-Rex style of build, and continue in their expansion of the Horizon Adventures game. LEGO is partnering up with UNICEF again, and they developed a game designing tool to help promote children's well-being in digital play. The LEGO Group and UNICEF have involved over 780 kids in 18 countries, demonstrating digital play can have a positive impact on children's well-being. Research was conducted in partnership with the Western Sydney University, the University of Sheffield, New York University, City University of New York, and Queensland University of Technology. They talked about if designed well, games can help children to regulate their emotions, feel connected to others, and find joy. There's all these different games continuing to expand to help have a better, safer environment for kids online because, well, it's not always the best place, and that's coming from an adult. we've grown up with it and seen the change over time, and this is just an integral part. So it's continuing to design a better play environment that we talked about, like in China that they just did. Them partnering with UNICEF is another addition to having, well, a wonderful way to play and have a more helpful and healthy environment online. There's a temple that's actually offering a Hanukkah Lego night. This mid-December, they're going to be kicking off Hanukkah with Lego building. It's a fun way that you can do different games and build with families. And I've only seen it at one temple, but that doesn't mean that we're going to not see it at others. It's an integration of family fun and play for the holiday season for those that celebrate Hanukkah. Very cool, wonderful way to integrate that into the religious community. We've already got 2 Transformer sets. We have Bumblebee, and there are already 2 Transformer sets. We have Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, and now there's a rumor that in 2025 we're going to get Shockwave as the next one, which is a little surprising since they didn't do Megatron. I think that would be the next major one to do, and then Shockwave, but maybe they're doing it maybe because Shockwave would have less of a desire than Megatron, but they'll continue in this line. Hopefully we'll get some other ones. Not sure the other main characters, as I just know these 4 and the continuing expansion of this. Maybe we'll get smaller ones, which would be cool, like micro scale ones. But look for that in 2025. The LEGO Collectible Minifigures 27 has been revealed, not directly by LEGO, but a LEGO authorized reseller. There are 12 new figures, and I'll run through them here quickly. One is the Boogeyman, a Wolfpack Beastmaster with a white wolf, a steampunk inventor, which I've been looking forward to steampunk in LEGO for a very long time. Longboarder, which has a longboard instead of a standard skateboard. A plush toy collector for, all those that love collecting different plush toys. Telescope Kid, a Cupid, which looks a little evil. A Jetpack Racer, which has the new helmet mold to it. The Hamster Costume Fan, always an animal. Crazy Cat Lover instead of Crazy Cat Lady, because, this one's actually a guy, and I love my cat too. And Pterodactyl Costume Fan, which I always thought when I was a kid, pterodactyl, because the P is silent. Dinosaur Costume, and then Pirate Quartermaster, which is a female with a cockatoo instead of a parrot. And those will be coming out on January 1st. Brick Search has been a huge help for people trying to find all the collectible minifigures instead of having to search because, the cardboard boxes have made it a little bit harder to find the ones that we want. Brick Search is now upgrading to Brick Search Plus. This is now an addition to not only the standard collectible minifigures, but expanding to more of them. It's available on iOS and Android, and then scanning any of the barcodes, not just the standard barcode, but the QR codes, some of the larger ones or smaller ones. And Brick Search Plus is the upgraded scanner so that it works better than it did before, pretty much. I don't know. I don't really understand that, but cardboard has been the biggest problem finding these. Now this solves that issue for all of us. There's a scientist that decided that he was going to figure out what Lego brick is the worst one to step on. Because, who actually knows? I mean, Lego bricks to step on can be hard unless you have hardened feet or hobbit's feet like I do, that some of them might be worse than you think to step on. And he's doing a research study, gluing pieces down to cardboard and then testing them by stepping on them. He does a great YouTube video talking about the different pain you would have from stepping on these minifigures, not just minifigures, but brick parts, and figuring out what's the worst pain index one. Fun video. I'll put that link in the description so you can check that out and find out which one is the best based on the pain scale. There are some Lego sets that are due to retire this year, but guess what? Lego has decided that they're changing that and moving it to next year. Some in particular, the Lord of the Rings Rivendell set has been moved to 2026. Some other ones are the Porsche 911, Back to the Future Time Machine, Optimus Prime, the Eiffel Tower, and the Tranquil Garden have all been changed and continuing in their retirement dates. So instead of having them retire this year or next year, they're expanding either to the 2025 or 2026 because I guess they're selling really well or they have a large stock of them. Either way, a lot of people are going to be happy that they didn't have to rush and get these sets. If they wanted to save up to get more points or whatever to purchase these sets, they can hold off on doing so and get these in the next year or two now. LEGO is announcing their partnership with F1. We've had a couple leaks where LEGO's Speed Champion sets of the F1 vehicles have been shown, as well as the collectible Cars, not Minifigures series that is coming out for that. And it actually was projected on the Las Vegas Sphere as a countdown clock. And as of yesterday, it was 9 hours, and the countdown clock shows 9 hours, so likely to be revealed sometime today. And you'll probably have already seen that it has been revealed, so you can go and look at those specifics. But for all the F1 fans, this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership. A train in Hungary has been revealed that is completely built out of Lego. It includes 18 million Lego bricks that weighs in at 6 tons. It took over 90 people to build at 7,000 hours. It's a crazy amount of Lego. And I don't know if you can actually ride it. It has the minifigures kind of displayed in the window. More of, I think, touring around and seeing a Lego train, which is pretty cool. And okay, here's a list of some of the stores that you're going to need to go check out for Black Friday deals. One, of course, is the Lego.com, Target, Amazon, Walmart, Costco, as they've already had deals, so they might even get better. Best Buy has some deals sometimes. Your local stores, even like a CVS, has them, as well as online stores such as Entertainment Earth. Disney.com, Disney did a 20% discount, and people got the Jabba sail barge before it was over. So definitely check out as many websites as you can because there's going to be some great deals, and I know a lot of people are interested in getting these before the holidays for their loved ones or themselves. We're getting 2 new Lord of the Rings sets next year. Not just one, which, okay, we do have some before, like we do get the Brickheads and then a large direct-to-consumer set. The one that I'm very excited about, and a direct-to-consumer set that's been teased, is Bag End. They did Bag End before for the Hobbit series as an unexpected gathering, which I do have, but I'm excited to see what they do with this because they're going to do some great techniques to build it. Not sure how big it'll be. I doubt it'll be the size of Rivendell, and I don't know if we'll get like the Green Dragon or anything like that, but probably some will build the expansion to have that, as well as some other Hobbit holes, but not sure on the pricing yet. Hopefully not above $300 for something like this. And maybe the other set will be some more minifigure-based scale ones instead of just these larger ones. LEGO Masters is having their holiday Bricktacular on December 10th and December 17th from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're hosting a plethora of, celebrities, as they always do. The special celebrity guests will include Sophia Bush from One Tree Hill and Chicago PD, Holly Robinson Petit, Queen's Court and Meet the Petties, Eric McCormick from Will and Grace and Other Black Girl, Lee Howery, Get Out, and Harold and the Purple Crayon, paired up with fan favorites from Chris Belindo from Season 3, Stephen Joe from Season 3, Aaron Newman, Season 1, who is actually a Lego designer now, Corey D. Samuels from Season 1 to compete in different themes for this, and whoever wins will donate money to their favorite charity. Awesome. Definitely fun way to celebrate the holiday season, similar to what they do in European countries for the holiday specials, such as the Great British Baking. So you can tune into that this December. And that's all our breaking news that we have this week. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. As always, I really appreciate that you are coming out to listen to me talk about Lego and learn about some of the Lego news you may have missed this past week. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast as well as the YouTube channel so that we can continue to build and show, all the different things that I have either built or what's been coming out from Lego. Now we'll move on to our set reviews. The first one is set 10330, the McLaren MP4-4 and Ayrton Senna. It's an 18 plus set at 693 pieces at 520 insiders points. It has a rating of 4.5 stars from 132 people, and it costs $80. I wanted to talk about this one because of the F1 partnership that will be revealed here shortly, but also because it is retiring this year. It has a wonderful design, and honestly, I'm not a big F1 fan, but I love this vehicle. It looks exactly like it at a minifigure scale. We've got Actually, it's a little bit bigger than a minifigure scale, I think, because the cars are pretty small at F1 scale. It has a lovely design plaque on the front showing the details of the vehicle. And then Senna and his plaque with his signature kind of describing one of his famous quotes. But the tires are brand new to have the F1 style of not having any tread on them because, well, they need as much a rubbery grip as possible instead of the treads to get rid of water. That's why they don't usually race. It's got a red and white design to it with the overhang of the front fin and the rear fin as well to keep that downdraft. And the vehicle has the strut-like structures for the wheels. And at $80, it's a little more expensive, but you do get the exclusive minifigure. It has interior details like the engine, so you can lift the rear compartment and see that as well. And it's a great display piece. It has an angled display section, so instead of laying flat, you're going to see more of the details as it's angled up. As it's retiring this year and likely to get either a discount or more points for this Insiders Weekend, it is a purchase I think that you might want to make for any F1 fan. Now we're going to move into our Brickable review. This is One for the Road bundle by NV Carmox. It's 1,074 pieces and 12 euros for purchase. And this is the final three cars used in the Grand Tour. This was one of my favorite shows. I love them. Richard Hammond, Jeremy Clarkson, and James May, all partnering up for their final expedition in Africa. The three cars they have is the Lancia Monte Carlo, the Ford Capri, and the Triumph Stag, which they are in, of course, ostentatious colors with a dark blue, purple, and yellow. Highly recommend you go watch the series itself, as it's an excellent series overall. But the finale, for any big fan, it definitely gets you worked up. They've been going at over 20 years for this, and having them finish as they did and traveling and having them travel a similar route back to where they started the whole traveling series before is definitely a wonderful way for any car enthusiast and anyone who really wants to laugh. All right, everyone, that's all I have for this week's breaking news. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will leave you, as I always do, get creative, get out there, and go build something.